Hey everyone, welcome to this training. We're going to be taking a look at the framework of your marketing. So the first thing that we're going to do before we go into sales funnels, websites, search engine optimization, running ads, and everything else in between, we need to develop the right foundation for your business. So what is your business based on? Where are your customers coming from? And how will you bring them from being a potential customer to an actual paying customer? Now, if you're relying on referrals or walk-ins, that is a recipe for failure. So what we need to do is we need to make sure and get the framework of your marketing down and developing the right foundation for your entire business. So before we get started, what we need to do is we need to take a look at old marketing versus what I like to call millennial marketing. Now, there's a huge difference between how companies reach their target audience in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s than how companies are reaching people today. Like back in the 80s and 90s, I mean, what the major big brands were, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they were trying to reach their target audience through running advertising on television. And, once the internet came along, it just completely changed everything. And so to kind of give you an example, I have a picture here of an old Volkswagen Beetle, right? And it's kind of funny compared to a Mustang Cobra. Mustangs have always been my favorite sports cars. And, if you're a Camaro, fan, or if you've got your own sports, car, just kind of picture that right here, whatever your dream, sports car is. You got this old Volkswagen Beetle here. I should have put a number 52 right there, right? And so we got the old marketing versus what I like to call millennial marketing. Old marketing is doing things like going door to door, direct mail, referrals, putting an ad on the yellow pages, doing radio advertising, billboard ads, doing flyers, brochures, newspaper ads, telemarketing. All of these things are what in the industry is what's considered the old way to market to a target audience. And, even though that this is kind of the old way of doing it, it's still being done today in 2019, 2020. And beyond. There are still companies that are doing this. I still get phone calls almost every day from a telemarketer trying to sell an education service, a loan service, car warranty, whatever. It's very annoying, but it still happens. The yellow pages are still out there, and companies are still putting their business listing out there. Now let's take a look at the new marketing. The way that that companies are adapting to today, organic traffic from search, such as Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Social media marketing, such as Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, running Facebook or other social media-based ads. You see, whenever we're looking at what millennials are doing today, what companies are doing that are successful in their marketing efforts is they're realizing that they need to go where their target market is located. And what they do is they run their advertising based on the demographics and the location of where their target audience is located. So, millennials, they're online. They're on social media. You're not going to reach them through yellow pages. A 20-year-old that that is in college or is about to graduate from college is not going to the yellow pages to look for a product or a service. Radio advertising. Not a lot of people really listen to the radio anymore because you have satellite radio, because you have services like Pandora, Apple Music, and all of the other services that are out there. So that's the old versus the new. Now, let me give you an example when we look at one extreme all the way over to the other, okay? Let's take a look at billboard advertising, and let's compare it to Facebook ads, all right? So billboard advertising. Why is billboard advertising not the best method? Well, whenever you have all of this traffic, all of these cars, okay, I live in Nashville, Nashville, Tennessee is one of the worst cities in the world as far as traffic goes. It's absolutely horrible. They say that 100 people a day move to Nashville. That is, I don't believe it. That's a crazy number. But you know what? The traffic definitely shows that there's a lot of people coming to Nashville. But you know what? All of the people that are, for example, in Nashville or in your city, and they're driving by billboards. When is the last time you drove by a billboard and actually paid attention? Not very often. Well, if you are, and I meant to add this in this slide, but the average cost for a billboard in Nashville, I looked it up. It's actually between anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. And when you pay for that, you are paying for all of these cars to see your advertisement. I actually should have found a picture with more cars, but I wanted to kind of, just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. They're paying for all of the cars to see that advertisement, every single car, but only a small percentage are actual potential customers. So let's say, for example, you're a chiropractor, right? And you need to get some more customers. So what you do is you put a billboard. You put your ad on a billboard for $19 for your first adjustment and free X-rays. Okay, and then all of the cars that are going to drive by there, you're paying for all of those people to see your advertisement, but only a small potential or actual potential customers. Think about it. Maybe 30% of all of the cars, thousands and thousands of cars that are going to drive by that billboard are not even a potential customer because they have no interest in seeing a chiropractor. Maybe 25% have no interest in your ad because they're already seeing a chiropractor. Do you see where I'm going? Now, let's take a look at the other extreme, Facebook ads. Why Facebook ads versus billboard advertising? Why? Because Facebook ads are different. You can actually choose who you're showing your ads to. So if you only target someone likely to buy your product, then only those likely to buy will see your ad. There's no wasted advertising dollars. So you can actually choose who you show your ads to. So if you only target someone likely to buy your product, then only those likely to buy will see your ad. No wasted advertising dollars. Let's say that you're a chiropractor and you're going to run a Facebook ad and you're targeting specifically people that are interested in chiropractic care, that people that have shown interest in back pain on Facebook, people that live in your certain area, maybe 30 miles from your office, people that have visited a chiropractor, maybe someone that has been to a website related to chiropractic care. So what you're doing is you're targeting only those people. Everybody else that has no interest in chiropractic care, everybody else that lives all over the entire world that is not 30 miles within your office, you're not targeting those people. Because you think about it, whenever all of the people that are driving by a billboard, what percentage of those people are not even locals? What percentage of those people are not even from that area? They're just traveling through. You're advertising to those people and they can't be a customer because they don't even live there. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the old versus the new. Now, I found a study on marketers stating the biggest drawbacks of traditional marketing. 50% said that traditional marketing, this is like the old style, door-to-door referrals, billboard advertising. They said there's little to no interaction with your audience. Okay. 25%, it's very costly. Yeah. I mean, I used to work for a water treatment company. I was the business development manager for that company. I kind of handled, the lead generation, the marketing, the business development. And my boss, which was the owner of the company, he spent $7,000 a week to do mailers, which is the junk mail that, you pay $7,000 to a company and they send your ad within the junk mail to all of the residents in a certain location. And I just thought to myself, that is just a huge waste of money. 15% said it's tough to measure ROI. ROI means return on investment. So for example, if you're spending about $5,000 on a billboard, there's really no way for you to know what your return on investment is, because you have no idea if even the customers that are coming in, if whether or not they came in because of the billboard, unless you're asking them. Okay, difficult to receive feedback and poor conversion ratios. So I wanted to kind of show that to you. Now, what I want to do now is I want to show you the marketing framework, the proper framework that you need to implement in order for you to be able to be successful in your business. So let's take a look at the journey from prospect to lead to customer. The road starts with using the right framework. When I say framework, I mean the actual process that you're going to be implementing from start to finish, from potential customer to paying customer. If you're not using the right framework, you're not going to be able to effectively run your advertising. You're not going to be able to reach your audience and get them to take action. The worst possible thing that you can do to reach people is to give them no way to take action. If the only action you're trying to get somebody to take is just to call a phone number, that plan of action is guaranteed to fail. The days of posting your business in the yellow pages are long gone. Your perfect customers are not looking at the yellow pages. They're on the internet. They're online. They're searching for answers to questions. They're being entertained on YouTube, connecting with people on social media. So let's take a look at the right framework. Okay, the first thing is you're going to be targeting complete strangers, people that don't even know who you are, what you're about, and what products and services that you offer. So you're going to be trying to run advertising, organic and paid, to these people. The idea is to attract them to become visitors. Okay, you're going to do that through social media, through organic search, through a blog or search engine optimization with the right keywords. Through the right website, which we're going to be going over that later in training. Okay, we're going to turn them into visitors. And then what we're going to do is we're going to educate and engage with them. And the whole purpose is to get a potential customer to turn into a visitor coming and taking a look at your product and service. You're going to be giving them a call to action, either on a landing page or a form that they're going to fill out, becoming a new contact, becoming a lead. You're going to be developing a relationship with that person through an email follow-up series that I'm going to be helping you set up, through the workflows, the leads, the integrations that we're going to be setting up later in the training. And the idea is to take them from a lead to a customer. And then from that point, we're not done. From that point, we want them to become a continuing and a retaining customer. We also want them to become little promoters, little affiliates for you, where they're going to be going out and spreading the word about your products and services. And you do that through social media and through social media, call to actions, through emails, through other things that you're going to be doing. And so this is the marketing framework. And what we call this a sales funnel. We're funneling people through a process, through a framework, from becoming a complete stranger, a visitor, a lead, customer, and then a retaining customer. That is exactly what we want. So let's go over this. So most people are doing one of two things when they go online. One of two things. They're either searching for a solution to a problem, or they're looking to be entertained. And that pretty much sums it up. The World Wide Web, the internet, it really comes down to those two things. Most of all, people either want to be entertained or they're trying to solve a problem. Okay? So that's where you come in, all right? We have people that are searching for a problem, and then we have people that are looking to be entertained. Knowing where your potential customers are is how you become successful in your marketing. Let's take a look at number one, people searching for a problem. or solution for to their problem. Okay, right here we have people that are searching for a solution. This is where they are. Okay, we're talking about people being on search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo. If that's, I don't know if people still use Yahoo, but it's still out there. You know, stuff like YouTube. You know, one of the things that YouTube is, you know, Google is the #1 search engine in the entire world. And YouTube is owned by the #1 search engine in the world. And Google is currently the #2 biggest search engine in the world. You know, when people look for something, whenever they look for a question of how to do something, a lot of times they just go to YouTube. I remember when I needed to figure out why my ice maker wasn't making ice, I went to YouTube and I basically put the type of refrigerator that I have, and I just basically put in the search bar, why is my ice maker not making ice? And what I had a problem. But what I did is I looked for a solution, and you know what? I found it. Now, this is where they are. This is where you need to be. You need to be in front of them, and you need to be their solution when they have a problem. You need to show up in the search. You need to be on YouTube. You need to be in social media. No, I'm not saying that you need to create a YouTube channel and I'm just saying that depending on the type of business that you have, maybe YouTube is not for you. Maybe it is for you. But social media should always be for you. You should always be trying to come up in search as they're looking. So again, you know, I'm using chiropractic care as an example because it's just kind of easy on my end to be able to do that. But you know, if you're a chiropractor and people have back pain, what are they doing? They're going to go to Google and then they're going to search solutions or remedies to back pain, or they might go to YouTube and type in remedies to back pain. Now, if you're a chiropractor, the idea for you to be able to get more customers is you need to be in front of them whenever they're looking for that solution. Does that make sense? All right. Number 2, looking to be entertained. People are looking to be entertained. This is where they are. They're on YouTube. They're on social media. They're watching funny cat videos. They're, looking at fails and vines and all kinds of, fun stuff. But this is where you need to be. This is where your ideal customers are actually going to be, and that is exactly where you can advertise to. We're talking about running ads on social media, YouTube, running ads on Google and Bing. So that's kind of the idea and the framework that I want to embed inside of your mind, is that there are 2 types of people that you need to be targeting, and the idea is to go to where your customers are. And if you're running a Yellow Pages ad, you can't really go to where your customers are at. So that's why it's important to create, absolutely crucial, that you develop, create, and implement the right framework in your marketing. And so that concludes this training. And in the next training module, we're going to be taking a look at providing a level of service that surpasses the competition. I've got some pretty exciting stuff for you. So go ahead and click the button below to continue and go to the next training module, and I'll see you in the next video.